Our next guest has been playing rock and roll for over 25 years. He's played with a lot of the greats: Meatloaf, Todd Rundgren, Hall & Oates, Bon Jovi, Mick Jagger, just to name a few. He's a highly coveted sideman, but right now, he's the front man. Joining us here to talk about his new DVD and CD and perform a wonderful song for us is singer Kasim Sulton. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
First off, I just named a lot of bands that you've been, so the stories you must have, but which one of these guys actually gave you your first big break?
I got my first break with Todd back in a long time ago. I'm not going to mention the year. It was a real long time ago. I was a kid. I was about 20 years old. And Todd allowed me to be in the band Utopia. And that's how I started.
Wow.
It all kind of followed after that.
And you just were on tour with Meatloaf. You came back, you were on with Todd. Then you back to Meatloaf, and now you're back with Todd?
Well, last year was kind of evenly split between Todd and Meatloaf. I finished up the year with Todd, and then this year I've been out with Todd for the past, well, actually, what did we do? We didn't do anything this year. It's like, it's all a blur, actually.
Now, how does it work where you started with Todd. Do they all just know each other and Todd calls up Mick Jagger or whatever and Bon Jovi and they say, hey, we've got a great guitarist, you should bring him in?
No. Well, actually, you know, funny enough, Utopia was the kind of band that a lot of musicians really respected. So whereas like rather than being like hugely successful for the public, we were like really successful within our peers, and that's how people knew of me, and then they would give me a call. And like John was a big fan. John and Richie Sambora were big fans of Utopia, and and plus the New York thing. I grew up in New York City, and they're New Jersey, so it's really close.
All right. Well, let's talk about your solo career. What made you decide, okay, I want to go out solo, and talk about your DVD and CD?
Well, I've been doing solo records since about 1980. 1980 was my first solo record.
You don't look a day over 30.
I am.
Yeah.
But thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
I want a free CD. That's fine.
Sure, I got one for you. Yeah, so I did a solo record in 1980, and then I took the next 20 years to do other bands, like all the people that you mentioned. And then I decided to do another one, like I think it was about late 1990s. Did another solo record, then put a compilation record together. So I've been doing these kind of solo shows. Usually I have one or two guys with me, or I can do it by myself. And that's how the DVD came about. All right, and the DVD and the CD, it's called Kasim Sulton Live in Atlanta. Yes, it was a show that I did in Atlanta last year.
What are you going to be performing for us today?
I'm going to perform a song off my second solo record. The record's called Quid Pro Quo, and the song is called Sacrifice.
You got it, everyone. Kasim Sulton.
Thank you.
I wouldn't count on anything or waste 1 minute wondering what might have been. That's a sin. I guess I'm just like my old man, short on patience, sometimes long on demands. Whenever I can, and with my eyes wide open and 1 foot out the door, I know the next step takes me where I've never been before. Hey, it's a sacrifice. You make a choice, move on with life. Take what's good and leave the rest behind. Yeah, and I might think twice, but in the end I'll do what's right. The hardest part is always letting go. I thought by now I'd paid my dues, things would just come easy and wishes came true. Maybe soon. I guess I could be wrong again. It might just be my struggle never ends. So I'll pretend. Now I know that I'm not perfect, but that's the cross I bear. And what's the sense in looking back when nothing changes there? Hey, it's a sacrifice. You make a choice, move on with life. Take what's good and leave the rest behind. Yeah, and I might think twice, but in the end I'll do what's right. The hardest part is always letting go. Choice, move on with life. Some things might be better left alone. Yeah, and we compromise all out of fear and peace of mind. You just gotta be so sure and bold. Yeah, it's a sacrifice. You make a choice, move on with life. The hardest part is always letting go. You got to let go. Let it go. Let it go.
Kasim Sulton at the Beachland Ballroom, Euclid, Monday, March 16th at 8 p.m. It's Sunday, isn't it? It's
Sunday.
actually Sunday, March 15th at 8 p.m. Go to KasimSulton.com once again. Sunday, March 15th. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Michael.
We'll be right back with more good company today.